What is life like in the day-to-day as a resident? It seems reasonable to think that when an emergency maintenance issue arises, no heat, no water, no AC, one goes to the office and reports the issue. One might need to follow up, but emergency issues will be dealt with promptly. Then, if in the off chance a problem persists, one tells the health department, and then the issue will be resolved. Melee has lived with her children at Lakeside Point for a little over a year.
So since I moved in, there was no electricity 2 times, and my furnace was broken 3 times now. And I have water problem 3 times. Sometimes people will come over and check it out and fix it. Sometimes they don't when I call. I would go over to the office and tell them, or I would make phone calls.
At the time of filming, Melee had 4 unaddressed issues in her apartment. No heat, the hot water into the tub would not turn off and ran continually. Only 2 burners on the stove worked, and the toilet did not flush functionally. Melee has gone almost a month without heat in the dead of winter. Her issues had been reported to the office and the health department. Pei Tu has lived with his family at Lakeside Point for almost 10 years.
Sometimes I don't have water. We try to report, call the people 2-3 times. They came, fixed it. Sometimes they don't. They checked and said we'll come back, and nothing was being done. There was a time when a pipe broke in between our living room and the bathroom, and we didn't have water at all during those times. For about 2 months, it took them forever until they come fix it up, like very good, and it not broke anymore. And those 2 months, when they come tape it, I have water. When they don't, I don't. During those times, my living room is all flooded. One of my bedrooms is all flooded, so we all had to sleep in the other bedroom that is not flooded and it was dried. I had to drag the electric using a plug from the hallway and then drag it back in the house to cook and use it for the lights and other stuff that needs electric.
For one summer, he had no AC for a month.
It's not our house, it's not our apartment, it's theirs. Something broke, we go and tell them, they don't come fix it. There is nothing very much that we could do. We just had to endure it and be patient and keep going. I want them to respond a little faster to our problems when we go tell them, when we phone calls.
And many of these problems persist for long periods of time in court with the health department. So why don't residents just move?
I like it here, and so when you move, you've got to report your new address, get a new ID, at the electric company, wherever it is, you've got to report everything, the changes. And my kids also, they like schools here, and if I move, it would also be hard for them. And another reason is you got to move stuff, all your furniture, and it's hard to move.
You are not watching this today because these are isolated incidents for tenants in Indiana. And in these conditions, a tenant can never not pay rent, even when having to financially compensate for the lack of legally required landlord provisions by using energy-expensive space heaters, going other places to shower, or purchasing water. All of this is taking on additional monetary and time costs. If rent is not paid, they face the very real threat of eviction.
You deserve better, to live in another place that's better than this.